And welcome back to another episode of Goblin-Sighting D&D. I'm your DM. These are my adventures. When last we left the Children of Neverwinter, you had gone in pursuit of the pirate Vidown Keelhammer, having vanquished his crew and set his tavern on fire. You lost concentration on the banishment spell, and he immediately hightailed it out of there. You went down pretty deep. It's obviously below sea level at this point. Into a series of tunnels that you cleared some of the rooms, did not clear some of the rooms after a locate creature spell determined that he was ahead of you. And you burst into the chamber. As you walk into the room, the floor dips down a good 3 or so feet below the threshold. Looking around the room, you see that it is lit by strange translucent light that flickers and shifts as if underwater. The walls and floor bear marks of water as though they have been submerged many times. Barnacles, seaweed, and coral adorn the walls and hang from the ceiling, which occasionally drips water onto the floor. At the far end of the room, on a slightly raised dais, sits a large throne-like chair, heavily decorated with aquatic trophies and seaborne fetishes. Seaweed, coral, and the bones and skulls of large fish and strange underwater creatures, the likes of which you have not seen before. Sprawled languidly on the chair, one leg hooked over a chair arm heavily crusted with coral, is Vidown Keelhammer, his face placid and relaxed. So, you just couldn't stay away, could you? I rather thought you might wish to continue the negotiations. As he speaks, a slender female human, dressed in sea green and aquamarine silks, slinks out from behind the dais and sits at the foot of the throne, leaning against Vidown's leg as she regards you all with cold disdain. So, where were we? He's just kind of playing with his shoulder-length black hair as he kind of lounges back on the throne. He goes, "Oh yes, we were parleying for the transfer of the key to the Carnival treasure vault, weren't we?"
Was it?
No. Elizabeth is busy looking around right now, and is not going to be much use right now. She is busy scoping the perimeter.
You've got a much better negotiating
Yes,
skills than I do.
that is an accurate recollection.
So, I don't think we quite came to a full understanding of exactly why I could not relinquish that which you seek. And as he's speaking, he's just kind of twirling a dagger through his fingers. You see, I have not been offered a price to match that which I am given to keep it from ever seeing the light of day.
I see. What price have you been offered?
Quite a vast sum, in fact. I've been paid handsomely not only in gold, but in access to things, artifacts, ships, and in gifted but misunderstood spellcasters, released from irksome confinement by my associates in Waterdeep, and given passage to these islands where they find safe harbor and a willing employer. So what do you offer in return, adventurers?
We certainly would not deprive you of your spellcasters.
But can you provide them in lieu of the spellcasters, which will most certainly be cut off if I betray my contract with my associates?
I would imagine one such as you would have the ability to keep those spellcasters.
Yes, but it's an ongoing arrangement. You see, whenever a brilliant mind is misunderstood by society and cast in irons or confined to dungeon halls, my associates seek them out and gift them passage to my domain, where they find a willing harbor and an understanding patron in, of course, yours truly.
No doubt. That is an excellent arrangement for...
Not to mention, I can have an easier time acquiring ships, repairs, and certain artifacts that prove useful in my grand design.
Grand design sounds quite...
Grand.
Well, I was going to not use grand, but certainly you could call it that.
Yes.
Grand design on anything in particular?
Why, yes, as a matter of fact, since you asked. Control of the entire Corin archipelago, for starters. As a base of operations from whence my pirate fleet will sally forth and bring the shipping fleets of the Sword Coast to their knees, where they will then bow to the Pirate King and pay tribute henceforth to my domain.
Grand indeed. Very
Well,
grand.
petty piracy is thinking small, and small thinkers get small rewards.
So obviously, more grandiose plans lurk elsewhere in your plans.
Those are the plans, and what more would a pirate need than the entire Sword Coast paying tribute in every ship that sails forth from their harbors?
Grandiose indeed. And one might even... Yes, one might even...
One might indeed.
Mhm. So...
So what are you offering to assist in that? Of course, an ally of Pirate King of the Corin Archipelago would receive a business discount, a partner's understanding in reduced tariffs and tributes on their shipping, such as, shall we say, the pearl depths.
Oh, a great price, one might even say. Therefore, that would have to be quite a discount.
Make an insight check.
Yes? Who's got the higher insight?
I don't know.
Well, it's specifically Edra who needs to make the check.
Oh, okay.
I get +5 on that, so it's 19.
Okay, you recognize that it's a play on words of your ship's name.
Yes, yes.
And that he's telling you without telling you that he knows exactly whence you came, and he has had eyes on you for a while, insofar as he knows that you guys run shipping protection operations with the Pearl of the Depths.
Right.
So he's telling you basically, I know you.
Yes.
I got your number. So what do you have to offer to balance the scales in your favor against the understanding of my associates?
More or less.
Let me guess. your life.
What a funny thing. Like we're sitting there with, yeah, that would be funny. Well, it might be something that would behoove you for me to have a moment, since I do not speak for the entire crew, and we certainly would be wanting to come to an agreement about what we would be looking at here.
Choose quickly. My pets are hungry, and my patience is not without meat. And he kind of twirls the fingers of his left hand through the hair of the human sitting at his feet.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of twitches her head a little bit, but her eyes never leave you guys, just staring, just mad dogging you.
Are we able to have a modicum of privacy, or are we just going to kind of attempt to whisper without
The biggest problem is having.
I understand that.
You're in the room, and because you've traveled so far, I will say that you can have this now. You started up here. This is an open archway.
And we're in the big room?
You're in the big room off the little room with the open archway. So you traveled all those rights and lefts.
So which, are we at one end or the other?
You're at the end with the hall.
Down
That
here?
end, yes.
Okay.
More or less.
So would it be
And so-
possible for us to withdraw back there?
No,
No.
that's where he is. He's at that end of the hall.
He's what?
He's at that end of the hall. You're at that end of the
Oh,
hall.
I see. So we
So
could-
you are at the entryway of that hallway that branches into the doorway there. You see it?
Yep, I do.
So you're in that doorway right there, or just beyond it.
Okay.
He's to your left as you enter the room, on this dais, with a door to his left that's an open archway.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to make a perception check to see what's beyond that door, you can feel free to do so and have to be confident in your room.
Ooh. 21.
You can see it
22.
is just an open water. Like the threshold of the door
Oh, wow.
is just a sheer cutoff into open water.
Okay.
And you can sort of see there's possibly some. There's nothing you can see in the room that is an opening, but there's possibly some. Given the fact that the water is moving,
Uh-huh.
there's probably some kind of
Uh-huh. Inlet.
underwater
Okay.
intake
Mm-hmm.
in one of the walls of that room, probably on the far walls.
Do I understand this to be rock?
Yes, it is. Where'd it go? The walls and floor that are submerged, that look like they've been submerged. They got like water slime. There's like not like it's not been submerged within the last, say, maybe an hour,
Okay.
but it is got
Potentially tide
barnacle possum.
driven?
Possum.
Yeah.
It's got barnacles. It's got although you don't have the key 9 feet. I'm good.
Hmm?
Oh, it's a thing from Campaign 2 and Critical Role. The Keen Mind feat means you can remember exactly what time of day it is and everything that happened that you saw, heard, or whatever within the last 30 days. Basically means the DM,
Record keeper.
well, I was going to say your prison bottom, but yes.
Yeah.
Personal assistant, PDA.
Your butler, basically.
right.
Your DM, the DM is now your butler. Is the nicest way I can put it.
Yeah.
You take a feat
Oh, okay.
instead of an ASI.
Okay.
So, yeah, barnacles, seaweed, coral on the walls, like profusions of coral. Barnacles lower down,
Mm-hmm.
but there is some seaweed and barnacles on the roof too.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously this room gets completely submerged at regular enough intervals that ocean life can survive.
Right, right.
It's obvious. It's very damp in here.
Mm-hmm.
It obviously does not get any real meaningful airflow down here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a kind of an underwater cavern-esque feel to this place.
Mhm.
The floor is slippery. So remember that,
Yeah.
because I may not.
Okay.
Feel free to forget it if you really want to, but basically that's like it's at a similar level of slipperiness to being something like ice, not at levels of ice. So it's not like if you were to I needed that. The Dragon Star Peak campaign guide. Oh, there it is. So there's a descriptor of what ice does in here, so I need that. Ice splatter. So it's a DC 10 acrobatics check with advantage to move, or else you fall prone.
Oh,
It's
okay.
advantage because I can't really, in good faith, take a DC any lower than 10. Really, like, the lowest I've got on my improved list is 5, but you know what? It's a DC 5. It's a DC 5 acrobatics check to avoid slipping on something slimy, slippy, wet rock, something.
Okay.
Because it's been wet down recently enough that it hasn't dried out in this non-sunlighted, non-wind-blown area.
Mhm.
So DC 5 acrobatics check anytime you move. The first time you move
Okay.
on your turn, you make a DC 5 acrobatics check. And shut up.
Given how coordinated I am, I should probably just not move.
That is an option. Alternatively, you could get some crampons.
Yummy.
What?
Get some crampons. Okay.
Crampons are those metal spike shoes that they
climbing.
put on people in like areas where they're climbing on ice.
They have Wolverine's toes.
Pretty much. X-23, but yeah. Wolverine doesn't have toes. It's Laura that has toes. So you guys can kind of huddle by the door.
Okay.
If you want to make a quick confab here.
Now, can we speak so that you can hear us or not? Since
You
Elizabeth
can
and Finnan and
Can we ask for Fenrir?
make a. I'll say make a stealth check to see if you can. When you're talking, to see if you can speak quietly enough that the down
I'm not worried about the down. I'm worried about you.
It's the
Dungeon
DM.
Master.
Dungeon. In this case, if you're trying to hide something from the down doesn't know what the down can't hear.
Okay.
This isn't a combat encounter where you guys are going, oh, we should go over here.
18.
Okay.
20.
Oh, sweet. Natural 20. Oh, bad.
Well, Finnan, of all people, did not need one, but he got a natural 20. So he is just like the breath of the wind in your ear, just kind of wafting around you, almost tell you know, you have the helm of telepathy.
We should be talking. We should be
I'm
that. Yeah.
going to find the helm really fast and help you with that because
You have it?
you have the helm of telepathy attuned.
Yes.
Helm of telepathy. Hummel Wine Sweater. the Helm of Awareness. So, no, that's not it. It's the Helm of Telepathy. What are you doing, D&D? D&D Beyond. Helm of Telepathy. Yeah, here we go. Okay. You can cast the Detect Thoughts spell. As long as you maintain concentration on the spell, you can use a bonus action to send a telepathic message to a creature you are focused on. It can reply using a bonus action to do so while your focus on it continues.
But I have to cast continuous spells to talk to the other 4?
You would have to cast spells on one person to telepathically communicate with them. And then you can hear their surface level thoughts, which they can project to you if they so desire.
Okay. Well, I would assume that Victor and Elizabeth would sort of be of the same mind on something, and she's been the one who's been scouting around and looking at things. And Finnan, sorry, what? Say what?
Oh, I'm just realizing I rolled the wrong dice and wishing I'd kept it.
And Finnan has been, he's quiet, so he could talk to me. And so I guess I would say Rangir for the moment.
So you
let
cast
Finnan
the
communicate
Detect
to
Thoughts
you and me.
spell on
What level is that?
Rangir. It's not a
Elizabeth?
level. It's you can
Oh, is it the
I
helm?
think it's from the helm. So with the Detect Thought spell, for the duration you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. When you cast a spell, and as your action on each turn until the spell ends in 1 minute, you can focus your mind on any one creature you can see within 30 feet. You initial the surface thoughts of the creature. Okay, so you can probe the surface thoughts of any creature within 30 feet of you.
So we're all clumped together at the door.
Right, so you can use the helm to just kind of probe everyone's
Okay.
surface thoughts.
Okay.
And I'll say you guys have been mucking around with this a bit, so you've kind of figured out how it works.
Yeah.
And then for the wisdom save is when you're digging deeper into their thoughts. That's typically for an unwilling creature. But for this kind of thing, for keeping a conversation on the deal, you can just kind of skim surface level thoughts that we all just kind of
Send
mind
them
well
away.
project in your general direction. And then you can individually focus on each creature every 6 seconds or so.
Okay.
Or every 3 seconds or so, bonus action, to telepathically communicate back, that they can then communicate back to you directly.
So we're going to talk about basically, we've practiced enough to know that it's got to be a word or two that you're sending my way.
Surface thoughts.
Okay.
Surface
Okay.
level thoughts.
Gather. Okay.
Just the skimmings of your brain.
Okay. Okay.
And if they're trying to communicate with you, it will be projecting surface thoughts in your direction.
Okay.
So
All right. All right.
This is
keep
gonna-
it brief, but you can hold a decent conversation.
Okay.
Does this also extend to the female pet,
These two
that
creatures
she
do
can
go-
detect what the she is thinking without
If
alerting
she's
her?
within 30 feet.
And probably not at this point.
It's tight.
Yeah.
You'd have to move a little bit closer. And if anyone's got detect magic up, they'll know that you have a magic helm. And if you're staring at
Right.
the human, they'll be
Right.
like, "You're doing something funny with their mind, aren't you?"
I was just
So-
trying to see if we could gain advantage.
You can try.
But
Well, let's get
after
our
we get our
consensus
stuff out of the
first.
way. But this,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because movement is also going to be a little slippery, and I don't want to trip and fall and lose the helm or something.
You won't lose the helm,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
okay.
Okay. I don't want to trip and fall regardless. I don't want to
Yeah.
be prone.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I'm just going to go around and so Elizabeth. What am I getting from Elizabeth?
Elizabeth does not trust Vidown as far as Finnan could throw him. And that's saying something. She is very suspicious of pirates in general because they're lower class,
Mm-hmm.
and so obviously, with a few notable exceptions, she just doesn't trust the lower class to be trustworthy. There have been people that have proven her, or that earned her trust, but without trust earned, she naturally is inherently biased against someone of especially criminal class being trustworthy. She knows that we can't match what he's got. She's kept a tight hold on the money count in her head, going around when we've been tallying money and spending money and doing things with money, and because gold is very important to her.
Sure.
So she knows that with him talking about ships, plural, artifacts, plural, and monetarily and gold.
Right.
Monetarily we can't match that, and then we don't have people who are willing to pseudo-legally jailbreak spellcasting criminals and shunt them onto an island infested with pirates who are trying to take over the shipping lanes of the Sword Coast. So she's knows that we can't match his offer. So that's Elizabeth's general vibes.
Yeah. Okay, Victor?
Victor is less biased, but given what Vidown has been saying about consorting with criminals, Victor's lawful good nature is deeply set against dealing with him, even if we could. Victor doesn't really keep as tight a hold on the money, mentally speaking, as Elizabeth does. He's kind of peripherally where, yeah, we probably can't match ships, plural.
Right.
And that's where he kind of shut off his general line of thought.
Right.
Because in general, he's like, even if we could, we won't.
Right, exactly.
He is in no way interested in dealing with a cutthroat who consorts with known and convicted criminals.
Right.
Lawful good does not permit that.
Right.
Because the law has to be upheld for the good of society.
Right.
And if society is allowed to fracture the law, then society will fracture in turn. Finnan wants lunch.
You what?
Finnan wants lunch. He's bored as heck. We are not stealing anything. We are not joining Vidown to be pirates.
Right.
We are not immediately trying to kill him. You've pretty much exhausted Finnan's general stock of interest.
Gotcha.
He thinks this cavern is dope, but damp. There's like
Is
a
dope?
skitter. It's impressive.
Awesome.
Okay,
Impressive,
I'm sorry.
impressive but wet. There's a brief skitter of something about Sister Rail, but that's like locked off in the deeper recesses of his mind very quickly once he realizes that it's surface level thoughts that you're actually paying attention to.
Yeah.
And then he's thinking about how much his feet hurt. And he's really not here for the negotiations.
All right, tell me what you think.
Nadir, what are your surface level thoughts?
Basically, that the first thing I wrote to her is we can't let this guy live because if nothing else, we've got shipping lanes that have our ship in it.
Well, what he
And
inferred
I
was
cannot. I don't have Victor's sense of lawful right or whatever.
lawful good, yeah.
Yeah, but I also tend to come down on the side of lawful good.
You're lawful. You're neutral good, I think.
I'm neutral good.
You're something. Let me see here. What are you? You are chaotic. Oh, you are chaotic good. You might actually be willing to, for your alignment when you started the game,
Right.
you might be willing to, if the Down had not mentioned criminals, or more to the point, the shipping lanes being brought to their knees and harming people are probably what would have knocked you away from wanting to be part of this, because if I can find it in about 15 seconds.
There's nothing about the guy that could be classed as having good. So regardless of what kind of good I am, I don't want to align with him.
Nuts. Here it is. I'm trying to where I put things. Yeah. So, chaotic good is individuals matter more to me than rules, and other people's well-being is more important than my own. Is the simple guide. Lawful neutral good is my opinion of what is more important is determined on a case-by-case basis, but other people's well-being is more important than my own.
Right, so we're talking about people that he's...
Victor would be, rules matter more to me than individuals, but other people's well-being is more important than my own. Elizabeth is... Oh, what is Elizabeth? Hee hee. Did I even put that in there?
I remember something.
Yes, I got it. Here. Victor, Elizabeth is lawful neutral, so rules matter more than individuals, and what I feel is determined on a case-by-case basis. So, Finnan is... Where I put that on here. That's useful. This kind of thing, it's really useful to know what I'm up against.
Yeah.
In terms of who I am. Au revoir, Becky. Oh, he's straight neutral. He's case by case. That's why he doesn't care.
Right.
He just does not care right now. We're not fighting. We're not joining this guy, and we're not stealing from him right now. So he wants lunch.
I was thinking a lot of those objects might interest Finnan after we're done with this.
Seaborne fetishes and aquatic decorations like fish skulls.
No. The objects that they have given him.
Well, yes, but we don't know where those are. They're not obvious. Your problem, not mine.
Yeah, what we need, I have a
Yeah.
question.
Yes.
And that is, so one of us has find object,
Locate object, yes.
locate object. Are we
Yes.
able to, once we've won, and I'm going to assume the winning, are we able to find the object, or do we have to have had a better description?
You never really got a good description. It's an iron key. About yay long. With an insignia worked into the end. You got a rough sketch, and you might be able to cast locate object, as long as he hasn't done something with it, like drop it into the ocean. At which point it would be out of 1,000 feet range.
Right.
Because it is limited by 1,000 feet. So even if he put it somewhere else on the archipelago,
Right.
it could theoretically be out of range.
Does that
So-
spell, if I cast the spell, I don't know whether it's you or me that casts that one, but if we cast that and then wander around,
Yes.
then
It's a
eventually,
dowsing rod, basically.
yeah. So, well,
Once
I'm
you're within
trying to
1,000
think of
feet of it,
if we
starts to
kill
change.
him, we've been avoiding doing that, and he probably assumes that we're going to avoid doing that.
Yeah.
You know, right now we only have 2 plus whoever's going to come out of the cracks in the walls. Is the way I look at it.
And don't forget that once the fire upstairs is put out, you may have company from upstairs. in the form of those pounding reinforcements that came hurtling into the room.
Right.
And you didn't clear all the rooms. So there
Well, I'm
just
assuming that we've got more
might
people coming.
possibly be something unspeakably irritating coming out of those, coming in the door behind you to say hello.
Yes.
So, time is ticking.
Yep,
You
so-
have
All right, guys. I think that we're
a choice to make.
So-
What is your choice?
Well, Finn has communicated to everyone with his very quiet voice because I projected it.
Well, you can bonus action
Tell everybody.
telepathically communicate.
Everybody seems to be on the same page. Nobody trusts him. Nobody
Like some.
wants to deal with him. Nobody likes him. He's he's going to hurt people. It's going to be bad. Finn wants lunch, and Rangir doesn't want him to live.
He's keeping Finnan from eating just by having this conversation.
So, are we of a consensus?
I think it's that we've got rolling for initiative as our consensus or something like that.
All right. So you turn back and he goes, so then, have we an accord?
We have no gold.
Pity. Yet, my pets are hungry. Roll initiative. No surprise, now he was
Yeah, right.
sitting there staring at you, preparing. But
20.
17.
good. Oh, that sucks.
Ooh.
Finnan rolled a 2, and Victor's dice came rattling down the stairs and hit his dice, and knocked it over to a 20. Which doesn't count, because you already rolled a 2. We faced up a 20 on a hit from another dice.
But that's the rolling of the dice, so it's,
If they rolled them simultaneously, and they'd all come careening down the stairs at the same exact time,
and bumped.
and crashed into each other and settled at the same time, but I went ka-dink, 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 and that just sucks.
So what was Victor's rolling on
A
that?
Victor also sucks. Victor has a 7. Elizabeth actually does not have horrible of a roll, all things considered. She has a 12. One second to erase the previous initiative. Trust me, we don't want to do that. Rhonda was at the very end of that initiative. So we got Victor at 7. We've got Finnan also at 7.
So, who goes first there?
Finnan has a +5 versus Victor's a +3. We have Elizabeth at 9.
She's negative.
No.
You said she's at 12.
No. When did I say that?
Just 2 seconds ago.
I never said her. Until just now.
Who did you say was 12?
Nobody is 12. I started to say 12. But that was somebody else's roll.
Okay. So Elizabeth is what?
9. She's before Victor. Arrête et allez. Vous êtes fou. Nobody cares. Go away. We hate your sparkling water. We being the collective DM's multiple personalities.
What level is chain weight?
7th. Or 6th.
I can't remember. I didn't write
I
that
believe
down.
it's 6th because you were using it and you had teleport in your sleeve.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's correct.
So it's a 6th level spell.
Yeah.
So
But there's
After
only
you-
2 people that I've got to worry about right now, so I may want to
Correct.
say that.
Edra is
17.
17,
I
and
was
Rainier is 21.
20.
20.
I think before all the negotiations we had, we knew we were going to have to fight him anyway. Because even if we said, yes, we'll go along with it, he's not going to trust us and he's going to double cross us.
Maybe he would have trusted you.
Yeah.
Maybe. No, no, no.
That's okay.
That's okay. But it's over that. I don't know how
Did
to
you
say
say
it.
the bishop go up?
Okay. Just gotta bring him up because I actually made him into a D&D Beyond page here. Ooh. I see. I said I see.
Well, that's what we used to say.
Where are you? Ah! My people are falling!
Uh-oh.
No! Don't even think about it. I mean, it's that would be cool. Where are you? There you are. Oh, that's a giant tree. There you are. Where are you? Should have written it down. You. Ha. Okay. Ha. And you. I'm having all of them roll separately because they have such disparate stats. Just, ooh. Where? Ah. Well, that sucks. You are now. No. You ugly mother trucker. Where'd you go? Well, don't hold against me. I called you ugly, okay? You just look terrified. There you are. Oh, okay. Almost got everyone dealt with. Let's go down the stairs.
If they start going up, I'm gonna be
The dice. Jeez, the day they do that's the day I retire.
yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes. Oh. Okay. That's not something. Crowd around here. Okay, I think. Whoa! I said don't do that. I told you. Now look what you've done. Yeah. There. Don't do that. I think that's everyone. Limit. These things are long lasting, cheaper in the long run. Notebooks are slightly more convenient in the scramble.
Yeah.
Alright. Margear, looks like you're top of the round.
I think I get, if I put a flaming sphere right next to the two of them, that they will be, they're both within, you know, if I put it within one, I'm diagonally across from one and right next to the other to do flaming sphere.
Yes, you're within 5 feet of both of them.
So
And I will say you are within 60 feet. So you can actually cast Flaming Sphere.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Well, that's what I'm
because
saying. That's what I'm saying. You're within 60 feet of them
Yeah.
because that's your casting range.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that.
All right.
Right next to him.
Dex saves all around.
And what, I just roll... Do I have to roll an attack, or is it they do dex?
You roll damage. They roll dex saves.
Okay, so you're gonna tell me whether or not it matters. If they both get 20.
Well, for the down, it does not matter.
Doesn't matter?
Nope.
He got a 20?
No, he. Well, okay, correction. It matters, but not as much as you'd like it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the other.
Hold on.
Yeah.
And it's... I'm trying to see. I can't remember. It's been a while.
2d6.
Okay. This one. They're the most attractive. 4.
Pretty dice betray you.
Hmm?
Pretty dice betray you.
Yeah, well,
So 2 for the down, and 2 for his little friend. No, sorry, 4 for his little friend. Because she did not save. She does not have what it takes to save herself from that.
and then
Edra, you're up. The down's on deck.
you normally don't tell us that.
Okay,
He'll
so,
shut up in the next turn anyway, but not.
so I'm going to cast my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Level 4.
Give me 1 second here. Yeah. I'll let you.
Oh, thank you. $19 plus 11 is 30.
That'll hit.
Okay. $15.
15 points of damage, alright. You noticed.
I made a mistake.
Okay. Happens to the best of us.
I should have casted a 3rd or a 4th level.
Well, it leaves Fireball open.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that...
So, the down is going to stand up and pull something out here, because
We're about to find out.
find out exactly what he's capable of. How about longing that you longingly go away a long time? That's my longing.
There you go.
Longing that you would go away.
Yes.
What is it? Here it is. Yeah. He's gonna kind of get cracked upside the head by the mace. And just kind of go, two can play that game. And he's going to cast Tentacle of the Deeps. And he just kind of extends his hand, and a 10-foot long tentacle appears next to you
Nasty.
and attacks. It swings out at you. That's a 28 to hit.
Yes.
Alright. So you take. Go.
There it is.
3 cold damage, and your speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. Oh no, excuse me. You take. He is a. Yes, you take. What did I say you took?
3.
9. You took 9 points of cold damage. I forgot to read that when you reach 10th level, you get another 8.
My speed is reduced to 10
Your speed is reduced by 10.
by 10. Okay.
No, guy.
I beg your pardon?
I was talking to the cat. She was looking at jumping over your papers.
Do that, and they'll find out why there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah. Stay down.
Interesting. Interesting. Ooh. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. I actually haven't read a lot about his particular patronage here.
Okay.
Sorry. He is going to cast. Sorry. Yeah. He is going to cast. Oh, screw. He is going to cast Chill Touch. Yeah. Oh no, he's not. Never mind. He has to touch you to do that. Never mind. He's going to cast Eldritch Blast. So 3 sea green beams of energy surge out from his free hand, and I have the dagger inside. And you're going to make 2 attacks against you and 1 attack against you. So that is against you. Oh my gosh. That's 20. That, oh my.
Goodness gracious.
Land of Mercy. We do not live there today. There is an arcane flash as you are struck in the face with the Eldritch Blast. You take.
What was the word?
I'm getting to that.
Oh.
You take.
Well, I don't have any staff left.
14 points. Nope, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, you take 14 points of force damage and are blinded until the start of your next turn. Then you. That is 14 misses. That's a 28. So you take 11 points of force damage. And I think that's his turn. So as you are kind of swatting your eyes, and I need to see where you guys are as we start this combat round. Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna stay
We're right
close.
by the doorway.
Okay.
At least he and I are.
Yeah.
On either side.
Nobody
of the doorway.
cares, Jim. Sorry.
Are we on either side of the doorway, just hugging it kind of? I don't want to stand with an open hallway to my back, but
Okay.
like on either side. Are we both together, or are we one on either side?
One on either side.
Okay.
Okay. So in that case, I need to roll me a d20 board.
Just a second.
Who is this? The
Just roll straight d20 board.
no, I know. Who's attacking?
That's it.
Roll me a d20 and I'll tell you.
8.
Okay.
11.
Okay. So, Edra, you are on which side of the door?
Left-hand
So you're on the
side.
left-hand side of the door. So to your left, there's a cracking noise, and a mass of coral detaches from the wall and becomes a coral golem. It is going to make an attack against you, as they tend to do.
It makes sense.
Wow. Wow.
He's having way too much fun over there.
Okay. 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 It is going to. Woo! Interesting. It is going to make 2 claw attacks against you. That is a 26
Hits.
and a 15.
Misses.
Okay, so the 26 to hit. You take 10 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Without advantage. It is not a war dancer.
I'm just looking for a, I have an addition. Oh, yeah, that's 2. 17 plus 2.
Okay.
So that's 19, right?
So it rips into you, but you are still standing.
Okay.
It fell.
I'm not 100% sure.
So then Elizabeth is going to. It's too light for that. So something else. Elizabeth is just trying to make a decision here: to rush the golem or rush the pirate.
She wants input?
She's kind of looking in your direction as she starts to kind of like move, and we're gonna see if she actually moves. Yeah, she moves without issue, but she's starting to move towards your general direction, kind of zigzagging in a direction that would take her either towards you and the golem or towards the pirate. Okay, so she's going to run her full movement and take the dash action to get up to. No, screw that. She's going to use her javelins.
Oh, good. Wonderful.
So she's going to run at him 30 feet. She's going to take her within 30 feet. And then she's going to throw 3 lightning javelins at him.
Perfect.
Dex saving throw from down. Saved. So it's halved.
The one.
Not saved, so it's not halved. definitely saved, so that's 2 halved and 1 not. So that's... borrow all the dice here. So the first one is 5 points of lightning damage. $12 points of lightning damage is 17. 6 points of lightning damage is 23. So 23 total points of lightning damage as she hurls these 3 javelins, and then as she mutters something under her breath, 3 bolts of lightning come searing out from the javelin, and then return to a javelin, which then sticks him down.
Huh.
That's all 3 of those used. Charge gun. Charge gun. Charge gun. Okay. So, that's her turn, because she's not action surging yet. And then, as her turn comes to an end, Vidown kind of half turns and goes, "Well, that wasn't very friendly." And a huge splash of displaced water comes from the other room as not Jesse comes through the door. Nor is it tied, free, and gentle, more like tied, chained, and violent.
Yes, right, exactly.
I'm going to see if I can bring up a picture of this thing that comes oozing through the door. Here. There. Open. Tab. And here we are. It comes oozing through the door.
Oh, isn't that intriguing?
Interesting teeth.
Yes. It is ugly
Yes.
as all get out. And yeah. That's the nicest thing I can say about it.
It probably takes that as a compliment.
I don't know if it's sentient enough to. Let me check. Yeah, well, with a wisdom of +1, intelligence -3, maybe. It's savvy, but it's not. It may not recognize what the word ugly means.
Yeah.
Sounds like
It
about
gets.
Mongo level.
Beg your pardon?
Sounds like about Mongo level.
Pretty much. So that starts that. Can I? No, I got it here. Never mind. I'm just gonna borrow you, and just gonna borrow you. You are you, and you are. Yay. Sure. Yeah, we'll work with that. So, it is going to just kind of hold position ish in the doorway for now. And it's just kind of slithering towards Vidown. That brings us to... Oh! Interesting. The backup dancers arrived.
There you go. That's always fun.
I said the backup dancers arrived. I'm gonna need... everyone to make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Nice.
That's fine. Oh, Victor, why now? Oh, Finn, why now? Ay, 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 ay. Getting worse.
I got a 23 and a 22.
You're fine.
Okay.
I'm not.
Legit.
8.
Okay.
I'm banished.
Those are charisma saves. You...
Wait a minute, I can't see anything, you know. So if it affects the eyes.
It doesn't. It affects the ears. As a beautiful song
Oh.
Ah, yes, of course.
enters the air. So... You... and Finnan start moving towards this song. You are enthralled by it. You must find it. It promises knowledge of the ages. The information of all eons is contained by the bearer of this song. You must find them that you may converse with them at length. And I need you to make another one with disadvantage.
Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
20. 6 is 18.
You're fine. Everyone saved. That was not already charmed.
Okay.
That sucks.
I agree.
So Finnan is going to use his movement to move towards this.
12 wouldn't have done it, would it?
Huh?
12 wouldn't have saved me.
Why?
Well, that was my better roll was a 12.
You won't know yet. Well, Finnan is, ordinarily, Finnan would have landed flat on his butt. However, he is a rogue,
Yes, he
and
is.
he has reliable talent, which means that he has automatic 10 rolls on acrobatics and 15 acrobatics. So for once in his little life, I am mad that he made a save.
Oh, yeah, because
If
he's
he
going,
landed
oh
prone,
my gosh.
he would have taken half his movement to get back up again and try again. But
bummer.
no, he just
Okay.
kind of skates right across this slippery floor
Oh,
and
golly.
is booking it towards the. And bonus action. He is in the doorway, like right
Oh,
up in the
Finn.
grill of this hideous monster. That is not that you don't think that thing is the thing that is saying. You think it is
Right.
saying behind it.
Right, exactly.
But he is trying to get past it, and he is booking it for the water. Shucks. Victor, uncharmed.
So, uncharmed, do I have to? Oh, it's his turn now. That's the reason. Okay.
Victor, being not charmed or charming, is going to make a check. Ooh, you might just fail this one. Just not good. No, he's fine. He makes a 7 on his acrobatics check. Just barely manages to keep his footing as he's kind of like for about 2 seconds.
Seen that before.
And then he runs at the big scary monster that is currently trying to... it is kind of like looking at Finnan like 3 calories.
Right. So Finnan did not get his turn because he's charmed, right? Or he's cursed.
He is incapacitated and must move towards the objects of his desire.
Okay.
So Victor did not have that problem, however, and he's going to move and dash up on to Critter. Critter Creepy.
Squirmy the kid.
Yes, Squirmy the Squid. Shark.
Squid.
Thing.
Squid shark. Spork.
Yeah.
Squirmy the spork.
Yes. I'm so glad you guys found such an intimidating name
Yes,
for
I
this
know. Yes.
horrifying abomination of the depths as a squark. Now I know how Matt feels.
Yes, exactly.
So, like for example, the poor man made a paladin of the Raven Queen named Paravan. You can well imagine where his demented players went with that.
Oh my.
Bad enough that it actually made it into the animated series.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, they are demented.
As in, it happened. It was repeated enough times that it made it into the series.
Uh-huh.
And that's his action dash. So he is 60 feet across the room and up in the grill of the squark.
So he can now attack.
Action dash means
Oh.
he can't attack. He would have been 30 feet away. Elizabeth stopped 30 feet away and threw javelins. Victor was like, I've got a longbow and a
Right.
sword. I'm not pulling out my longbow underwater, basically, for all intents and purposes,
Right.
and trying to fight in this room with a non-magical longbow.
Right.
And now... the human stands up.
Yeah.
And she is going to...
Glee was a TV show. That would kill you just by watching it.
Yeah. Need to double check some things here to see what she can do. Keep you out of the picture. Because I'm going to because I'm not that familiar with that investigation.
Say that out loud. Yes, you did.
Kind of what I figured out with the upward blast went off. What is the range of this spell? 30 feet. That sucks. She is going to...
Her laugh sounds quite deep for one.
No,
of
that's
her
the DM laughing
Yes,
at
I
deja
know.
vu as
yes.
the human turns towards Elizabeth, and you see just this brief crackle of greenish energy behind her eyes as she turns and says, "What a charming person you are. You should be on our side. We can find some use for you on the high seas." Elizabeth is going to make a wisdom saving throw. She sucks at!
You can do it, Elizabeth. We have confidence in you.
They're just looking at her like, not again! Double check to see what the save is in this one. Wisdom saving throw. So she does make it an advantage because they are hostile to her. Which is darn good because the first one would not have made it. So Elizabeth just kind of goes, done the whole mind control thing. Not a fan.
Yeah, really.
That's a line from
Don't wanna
Age
have
of
to-
Ultron. When Scarlet Witch tries to mind control Hawkeye, he jams a taser arrow into her forehead and goes, done the whole mind control thing. Not a fan. Because
Yes.
this is him coming off of Loki.
Yes.
That is her turn. And that brings us back to the top of the round.
And what are my options at this point in time? Do I have to try
Run. Make an acrobatics check and pray you fail. For once in your life, pray that you fail the acrobatics check. It's a DC 5. Get a natural 1.
Oh, DC 5?
No, it's a
No.
DC
When I
5.
roll.
You have to roll lower than a 5 in order to fail. For
But you always do. It's okay.
acrobatics. What'd you get?
12.
You're sure-footed on this ground. You manage to avoid, as the blinding flash of arcane energy after which fades from your sight. Your ears are full of this promise of knowledge and intellect and ancient tomes lost to humanity forever can be yours if you will but come to them to commune with them. And you are incapacitated, charmed, and you must use all of your movement to...
30 feet.
Yeah.
So I'm halfway there.
Yeah.
is
Finn technically
there
probably
anything-
should be only halfway there, but I ran him a little bit too far because I was a little over eager. He's probably 30, 25 feet away, being real.
The big thing there is what has to happen for us to become unenchanted? I didn't know whether there was some kind of a saving throw. As
Before
we go.
moving into damaging terrain such as lava or a pit, and whenever it takes damage from a source other than the siren, a target can repeat the saving throw. A target can also repeat the saving throw at the end of its turns. If a creature's saving throw is successful, the effect ends on it. A target that is successfully saves is immune to the siren song for the next 24 hours. So you're immune to both the siren songs.
Oh,
As you
cool.
saved.
Okay.
And Victor and Elizabeth are both immune to the siren song
Okay.
for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
Thinnin and Rangir are not, but if at the end of your turn, so you move 30 feet, end of your turn, you
I can make a saving throw.
make a saving throw again.
That's what I was hoping that there were. I mean, I didn't want to be in a situation where there was no recovery. And
Yeah.
Victor, Finnan should have been able to make a saving throw
He should
at the
have.
end of his turn.
He really should have, shouldn't he? Oh. As he gets about 25 feet there, he kind of goes, He just kind of looks around, and his face is just... You make an insight check.
$17 plus 5 is 23.
You could swear he was sad for a moment
Oh.
as he breaks out of the siren's embrace.
12.
12?
Again. 12 is
You,
mutual friend.
Yeah, you suddenly realize that, holy crap, these are sirens. You've heard about them. They're dangerous. Mariners tell you to avoid them. Don't go any closer. They're bad. Don't listen to the song. It's not true. They can't keep books underwater. What are they talking about?
Good point.
And there are no iPads.
No. iPads wouldn't work underwater either.
Right.
Well, they've got waterproof ones.
Until the battery dies, where are you going to plug it in underwater?
Yeah, and there's no sun to charge the
No,
solar batteries.
no.
Right.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I don't have anything else I can do, but that's cool.
That's okay. Being saved from that is a good thing.
Yeah, so you are all immune to the siren song. You'll have to make it again next turn, as will Finnan, because the other siren is singing still, because she's figured out that you guys got clear of the other one, but there's 2 sirens in play. So you'll have to make it again. But if you succeed next time, then you will be free of the sirens kaput, for 24 hours.
Cool.
Which hopefully this conflict will not last 24 hours.
Finn is going to be really wanting his lunch.
Ranger's going to want more than just lunch if it lasts more
Yeah,
than...
exactly.
Edry, you're up. Vidown's on deck.
Okay, I'm going to take you to
Okay.
attack this annoying bit of coral here.
Ooh, coral.
Coral. Yes, indeedy.
We've also got. You can also hit the what's his face? Because
What?
she's got
I've
her.
got the spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
Right. So spiritual
Bonus
weapon.
action, smack.
Smack. What's his nose?
Either
Yeah.
Vidown or the whole man.
I'm gonna go keep going after Vidown.
Thank you.
Huh?
What?
Did you say something?
No.
18 plus 11 is 29.
That hits.
Okay.
And that's for spiritual weapon?
Yeah. So that is 15 again.
Wow. Those are laying the hurt of this guy.
Trying our best.
A little sad, but you know, that's what we do here. We beat the brakes off of my monsters.
That's right. So then I'm going
Which
to
one
pick
was
up
that
Hugh.
against?
That was
Vidown.
against Vidown. Now Huey. Alright, I get a plus 10 on this attack. So, oh no, that's an 8. I thought that was kind of a big number for each one. 16 plus 10.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, 2 D.
No, it's D8
No, 1d8
plus...
plus 5.
Yeah.
1d8 plus 5. Oh, yes. 8 plus 5 is
13.
13. Woohoo! I like it.
Against the coral.
Poisons. Oh boy, are you ever lucky if that thing is a magical weapon.
Okay, I'll take it.
So that was
13.
13, alright.
I would think coral should be squishy.
Close. Hard, isn't
It's like a reef.
Yeah, but I would think it would shatter.
It's not living coral, it's reef coral. Okay. That is your turn. Vidown is going to make a bonus action attack with Tentacle of the Deep. You? You're basically just in a pseudo spiritual weapon slugfest right now. Whack!
Take that!
Yeah, that's a miss. It's a 12.
Good.
He is going to realize that this is not going well, and she is going to... Ooh. Jared. Oh my god. 20 feet on the side. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, he's gonna cast Force Cage on you guys.
All of us?
No, just you.
Just think about myself.
What does that do?
We're gonna cast it on you and Finn, because you're close together.
We're within 5 feet of each other, right?
Are you within 20 feet of each other? Yes. That answer is yes. No, he's gonna cast it in a box on you. He's gonna put you in a box.
There you go.
And yeah. And yeah. So you don't, it says invisible, so I don't know if you see it. So you don't really know what happened. He just kind of made his hands in your direction.
And there's no saving.
And so, yeah, that's his turn.
I don't have anything that people can't save.
Not yet. I've chosen things. It's a spell you could have gotten. I offered you Force Gauge, and you were like, no, I don't want that.
Oh.
That's his action. That's his thing. He's gonna smack you, and he's gonna.
He couldn't smack her, so he's caged her.
Pretty much. Nobody sees it though, because it's invisible. And that brings us to the Coral Golem, who is going to make an attack against you.
That means it must be in the cage.
It strikes something on the outside of the wall, and he lets out a series of shrill whistles that clearly mean something, because it turns around and is going to run 30 feet closer to him.
To
Vidown and him. Lisbeth is going to run 30 feet towards Vidown, and she's going to start smacking.
Cool.
This is the end of the fight, really, folks, if we're being honest, because this is when the smackdown hits.
Yes.
This is when the hurt gets laid
You betcha.
on people.
Well, she's mad because he's been hurting her friends. Right?
So she is going to burn a fighting spirit point to gain advantage. And she needs it. That's 23. That's a hit. That's another hit. 26. 28. What's she getting these days? Oh, yeah. Yeah, 26. It's that's a 16. Why am I rolling again?
I don't know.
So 2 hits. 14 and 13. That's 27 points of damage. Oof. Oof. I made the wrong person get 27 points of damage.
Whoops.
This guy. This guy gets 27 points of damage. Ooh, he's looking a little rough. Okay, he's looking more than rough. Oh, he is looking more than rough. Wow. Wow. Okay. Thanks for nothing.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Not Elizabeth. Him. Thanks for nothing, you bleep. The Squark is going to ooze closer and attack Elizabeth. With a multi-attack. It is going to reach for her with a tentacle and attempt to smack her. 20 to hit. That hits. So. It's 11 points of damage. And she is grappled.
You're not blind anymore, are you?
No, he's not. So she is now grappled as the tentacle lashes around her. Then it is going to bite her because it's within 5 feet of her. That is a 16, which does miss. Okay. Oh wait, what's grappled me? No. Okay. Yeah. It misses. Make another wisdom saving throw. With advantage this time. No advantage, just not disadvantage. What'd you get?
7.
What knowledge awaits? You were wrong. The other one has it. Ron, you are, of all the times, Finnan! Of all the bloody times! Natural 20.
Finished. We love you, and seriously.
It's not that I mind him passing, it's that he could have gotten anything lower than that, up to like a certain percentage, and not...
Wasted a 20.
Yes. Statistically, he wasted.
Can he give me some of his points?
Unfortunately not. Wouldn't that be weird, though, if you could?
That would be complicated.
It would be so complicated, my nose is wanting to bleed just thinking about it.
Yeah.
You are charmed and incapacitated once more. You must move all your movement at the start of your turn towards the creature and make a saving throw at the end of the turn. Or if you take damage,
No, just a second. Something occurred to me.
What's that?
And this is a strategy possible for dealing with this type of thing.
Mhm.
Is, for instance, somebody comes after me.
Mhm.
They could use a minor thing to knock me down on our team. In other words, intentionally knock me down and cause damage, which would then free me from the siren. Is that logical? That follows. But it means that they
Victor
risk.
has that shove action. It's slippery. He might fall down.
He wouldn't take falling damage from on the ground level.
No, but he would be knocked down.
No,
You
we
get
need
pushed,
to have
you get
me.
pushed 5 feet away.
We
you'll be
need
knocked
me to
down.
suffer at least 1 point of damage.
So,
I just was not sure, because Finnan hasn't taken
Finnan
his turn
is
yet.
going to look up within the 20 feet of him of Squark that is currently trying to chomp on Lisbeth, and he is going to attack the Squark.
This is correct. Gotcha.
So he's going to run at it.
I hadn't failed, I was going to lightning bolt.
And he is going to miss. 13. Oh no, wait. 3 plus not 10. He's the dude with the scimitar.
Right.
That is a 15, which does hit.
Yay!
Oh, here we go. She is... I don't think that technically counts as incapacitated because it is a separate condition. She's grappled.
Yeah.
Her speed is 0. But that's it.
Okay.
It means that she's not an incapacitated ally, meaning she is a non-incapacitated ally.
Which also
within
means that she
5
can use her
feet
sword against
of
it.
the creature,
Yeah.
which means we roll the many. Oh, that's promising. I've seen better, but not by much. Uh, 45 points of slashing damage. As he runs under one of its appendages, he just carves a furrow down the body. And... I said 45, right?
You did.
Holy smite.
I'm glad it was a holy smite.
He's spinning. He's thinking of someone, so it's a holy smite.
Perforate murder, that was bad. Okay. I went into this thinking you guys were in trouble. You are not in trouble.
I'm in trouble.
I'm in trouble.
You are not in trouble.
Okay. Okay.
Believe me, you are not in trouble.
Well,
It is going to use Ink Escape, however. Or no, it can't. It's on land. I'm right. Shoot. Fire. Well, that simplifies that. Victor is going to also attack the Switch Shark because it is holding Elizabeth. Huh. That's a 28.
Should be.
For 9 points of damage.
Sweet.
I'm leaving it alone.
What?
I forgot that the Squid Shark had Blood Frenzy, so I should have gotten advantage on the bite attack because Elizabeth didn't have all of her hit points. Oh well. I'm not here to kill you guys, so I'm going to leave it alone. And the human creature, the human female, is going to run behind the throne. And a few seconds later, you hear running water at the far end of the room as several cracks in the wall open and water begins to pour into the room. It's an ominous marker designed to unnerve you while I keep track of things. And that is the end of the round. Rangir, you are up. Move 30 feet closer to the fount of all knowledge that you seek to commune with, and make a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn.
I have not.
I must have
rolled-
gotten some water in my ear. Did you just say 10?
I didn't think it would save me.
Knowledge is there. If you have it to reach out your hand and commune with the ages, and you will be wise beyond the ken of mortals.
The highest I have rolled on those wisdom saving throws is an 8. As
You rolled
far as the
12
dice.
Roll the 12 once.
That's 4.
Yeah,
four,
you got a
I
you got a
bet-
cumulative
but
12 once.
I only, but
You
I
got
rolled
out of
a,
it,
I rolled
so-
a 6 here. That's plus 4. I rolled, I think it's plus 4. Just a second. Again, I'll double
Wisdom
check.
saves will be up here.
Yeah, it's 4.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you are still charmed. Edgar, you're up. The down's on deck.
So I'm gonna dispel magic.
What level?
5th.
5th?
Yes.
1 second while I consult the spell. Interesting. The spell kind of lashes out in its unraveling skein, and as it strikes the invisible barrier around you, it rebounds and shrivels like a thread held up to a hot candle.
Just to say it's gone.
The full spell slot match and no effect.
DM gets overly flowery.
No. I just want to be
Yeah.
sure that I was not misunderstanding here.
Yeah, it did not affect whatever it was that you're up against at all.
Wait a minute. What's gone? The box?
No, the box is still there.
That's why I
The
misunderstood.
dispel magic spell did not affect your barrier that the golem struck in the slayist.
Huh. Okay. Well,
It just repelled back like a candle flame and a thread.
gotcha.
Is she able to use the spiritual weapon through the box?
That's an excellent question,
'Cause it's out of the box.
but it requires a connection
But does that...
to you, and that's what I don't know.
She can see it. She can see it,
She can see
which
it.
means she should be able to guide it.
It says you can't cast spells. Blocking any spells cast into or out from the area.
But I'm not casting it.
You cast it, didn't you?
I
Already.
already cast it. I cast
Yeah,
it a while
it's
ago.
there.
Okay.
So
So
it's sitting there.
I'll say yes, you can technically, but that means the tentacle is still there too.
What tentacle?
The downs, tentacle of the deep, is still on the
He
inside.
can
of the
still
cave.
use it against
If you can hit him, he can hit you.
Sure, that makes sense. I mean, I don't like it, but it makes sense to me.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're gonna.
I just figured that, you know... I'm going to guess that I have lost
17.
concentration.
Plus 11.
So I've still got the
Got
threat
it
and
up,
sphere.
and you're still counting down, but you're not using it because you're trying to get to knowledge. What is it?
28 to hit.
Yes.
And then you have 2. Ooh, I should have done that one. 13.
Wow. He's looking bad. He is going to use his bonus action to smite you with the Tentacle of the Depths. 21.
Hits.
Uh, 6 points of damage, cold damage,
Okay.
and you lose 10 feet of movement until the start of.
I'm
somebody's
not
turn.
going anywhere fast.
No, but it's just
Yep, that's good to know.
Oh, what to do?
Who are you?
The down.
Oh.
Could cast that. That could be funny.
Could be fun
Specifically that one could be funny.
though.
And I won't tell you that because you are immune to it because you're in a box. Ooh. That. I got this. I got it here. Dang it. Thank you. What do I do with you? Wow. Interesting. Interesting.
Chinese curse. Interesting.
For you, yes.
Oh.
What's this doing? Yeah, that's just. Jeez. You know know what? Ah. Ooh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. You all see out of the, as Vidown's eyes suddenly turn inky black, and he stretches out his hand towards Victor, and he is going to cast Eye Bite.
What?
Eye Bite. This is tight. Ooh. Yeah, he's going to use Sicken. And Victor is poisoned.
But he has immunity.
Poison. That's the poisoned condition.
I didn't catch the distinction.
So, poison is a damage type. The poisoned condition means you have disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, I think, and saving throws. I'm going to double check the exactitude of that. You have disadvantage on stuff, because basically you got the tummy blood. Or some other, you can get poisoned by being drunk. Basically you are like not operating at full capacity. So he is poisoned, which means ability checks and attacks. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Do any of his tattoos counter that disadvantage?
No.
Okay.
They only counter damage.
Okay.
They don't counter conditions.
Okay.
So that is Vidown's action, bonus action. And he is going to move a little further away from Lisbeth and the shark. Squid, squark, critter. The sea squab.
Ugly.
Yes. So that's that. Who has that? Somebody has something nice. No? Oh, dang it. Okay. The coral golem is going to run up to the dais, and it is going to interpose itself between the vast majority of threats and Vidown / the human behind the dais. Yes. That is its turn. Lisbeth is going to attack the critter that is holding her. He's probably going to die because he is looking bad. And so is
nice.
she.
So is she?
Mad. Well, she's looking mad.
Oh, man.
That's 22 hits, 25 hits, and a 17 also hits.
Wow, good girl.
7 is 10 is 21 is 25 is 36. She chops him into nigiri.
Yay!
Nigiri.
Nigiri.
Sushi.
Yeah. Octopus nigiri technically, but calamari. Calamari technical. She chops him into calamari.
Very difficult to pick up with chopsticks.
Yes. Fortunately, she's not trying to eat it.
Fortunately, no kidding.
Oh yeah. She has if she didn't have a distaste for nigiri and calamari before now, she does now.
Yes, I would completely concur. I've got a very distinctive.
That's what it shows.
Bad
I was
taste.
going to eat it, or it was going to eat me.
Exactly. So,
Does she have any bonus actions or anything?
you know what? I'm gonna check and see if she has second wind still. Yes, she does. She's going to regain 17 points of healing.
Nice.
That's her bonus action. And the squid shark would have gone, but now it is Nagiri.
But he
not
is
the squid
gone.
shark. He is Nagiri. And you see. Let me check and see if these things are fully amphibious. Horrible creatures they are. We get that. Okay. So. Interesting. So you see two. Almost looking like aquatic elves from the waist up, and almost kind of like pseudo fish from the waist down, come crawling up out of the archway towards you guys. You view them as your
One of them.
benefactors of knowledge. The
Right.
other one is a horrible siren.
Yeah, I'm like.
You are a little bit confused, but the draw of knowledge is too great. You must. The Guardian of Wisdom will save you from this horrible siren. Why did I use that? And so you.
Am I for? Is it my turn again?
No, it's their turn. That's why they're moving.
And they've got to get around that dead body.
Interesting. Kinda, yeah. They're moving around it, but with your 30 feet of movement, you're basically on top of them at this point. Anyway, so one of them is going to attack Victor. Not attack. I'm sorry, wrong thing. It is going to yeah. It is going to say, I don't like you moving around. Stop moving. And I need to double check how this thing works. Beg your pardon? Immutability? No, that would be a Goblin-Sighting skill. What it is doing is a wisdom saving throw. Huh. It's your... Oh my god. Victor locks up. And he is not moving. As she casts Hold Person on him. And the other one, the one that is the fount of all knowledge, is going to gently caress your face in a gesture of greeting. Bloody greeting it is.
Tell me I don't need a wisdom. I have no wisdom.
Or I failed to... Admittedly, it was pretty steep. That is going to be... Ow.
I'm dead.
13 points of slashing damage, and you do not remake your save because it is specified as damage from a source other than the siren.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's
So you don't get to make the save because you took damage from the siren that is singing to you. And she's going to take a bonus action to continue singing so you keep being charmed.
until I get my turn and roll something higher than a 9.
And at this point you are close to her, so you will not be moving, but you are just right there. You are just waiting to bask in her knowledge. Finnan.
How close are we to the Diaz?
10 feet? Maybe. Where's the map?
Yeah.
So, yeah, 10-ish, 10,
No, I'm just
15 feet?
curious.
Maybe 10 or
If
15
I can
feet?
do the save, then I get a bonus action after it, and I can roll the thing into her.
No. It's the end of your turn to make the save.
Okay.
So,
And I'm not going to be moving towards her.
no.
If she's standing right there.
Yeah, the Finnan is going to attack the siren that is currently trying to hold Victor in place. He kind of looks over you and is like, right there.
No,
And he's going to just kind of creep around behind it, and like it's kind of funny to watch him run right now because he's like, it's like a ×2 like Keystone Cops stealth run.
Yeah, yeah,
Like he's making these exaggerated motions of stealth. He's like moving
yeah, yeah.
like
I was,
really fast.
I was thinking maybe like the kind of the. Never mind.
The what?
In the tunnels, skating, grad skating,
What?
What are you talking about?
and truck.
Oh no,
What?
no. He's doing like the tiptoe, like the really exaggerated tiptoeing, but like really fast. He's like behind the siren. I am so glad he took advantage of that. Oh my god! Wow! Wow! The dice taketh and the dice giveth. My god. Wow. Okay. That went from a natural 1 to a natural 20 on advantage.
Wow.
With a 17 crippling. Disarm does not make any difference, rats. Okay, well,
Oh, okay.
but they're not armed. You're not carrying a vorpal sword, so you can't literally disarm them.
I see.
So you can't just send their arm, you can't send their claw just casually flying 1d4 squares away and then have them go pick up later.
Okay.
So, still, okay. Oh, I'm just kicking myself for not using Assassinate. Because I could have, because he was higher than some of the creatures, he could have targeted the creatures that he was higher in initiative in, and gotten advantage on the attack.
I see.
Anyway. 44 points of damage
Hello.
to the siren that is holding Victor. And Ronger, you look to your right to where this horrible, horrible siren is enchaining your friend Victor in arcane bonds, and all of a sudden it just kind of stops, and a trickle of black ichor just trickles from the corner of its mouth, and then the point of a scimitar just punches through its chest, and over its shoulders, it drops to its knees. You just see Finnan's face, and he goes, "Let go."
Yay!
And the siren, one of the sirens is dead.
I'd say well done.
No, it's a siren. It's a horrible, horrible siren.
But I'm enthralled.
And
Incapacitated. Let's see what you can do when you're incapacitated. Can't take actions or reactions.
so
What does it cost you to say something? Nothing.
free action. You can speak for free action.
Yes.
You can bravo him for killing the horrible siren that was
Bravo.
clearly
Yeah.
threatening this
Oh.
fount of knowledge that is giving you this
Okay.
this gift of wisdom.
Yes.
Wow, I'm really laying it on thick.
And with all his wisdom saving throws, I think that's what's going on.
Victor, now free, is going to turn on the siren that is, to everyone else, clawing your face.
Oh, but
And
it feels so good.
yes,
Just right.
and
Just you wait.
that's a 17. No. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Yeah, it's a hit. 4. Oh, 13 points of damage.
Nice.
First time.
Nicer.
Second attack. That's a 23. Third attack, that's an 18. Up. Okay. 3 hits, so that's what I said, that's 13.
13.
11 is 24. And a 9 is 33 points of damage.
Yes.
Something's happening. Something is wrong. Your fountain of wisdom is getting hurt. Victor is ignorant. Victor is not. Victor couldn't do that. Something's going wrong here. There's a cognitive dissonance going on in your brain, and you can't quite figure out why Victor would be slashing apart this help creature.
Who's next?
The human behind the throne. And there is now a foot of water on the battlefield. Wait,
That makes it less slippery.
wait. Got something going on here.
Oh,
It is now considered difficult terrain, meaning that DM has to frantically flip through PHB to remember how exactly difficult terrain works. Difficult terrain. You move at half speed. So your speed is halved in this foot of water.
I don't want to move anyway.
No, you don't. And we will find out what happens next. And will you drown? Will you get clawed apart by caresses of wisdom? Will you get smashed by a tentacle? Will you get sliced apart by a coral golem? Or will you prevail?
Will I get unboxed?
Will you get out of the box? Will you ever get out of the box?
Unboxed here.
Will we
She's
ever
unable
see-
to think outside the box.
Will we ever see the unboxing of Edgar the Cleric?
Could that be a-
Find out next time. Everyone, I appreciate you coming along on this learning curve of an adventure for some of us. If you enjoyed what you see, the best way to help the channel is to the best way to help the channel grow is to go to Nightwalker's Bazaar, the Printify shop, link in the bio. If you'd like to help the channel get more views and maybe start getting monetization deals from YouTube, maybe some advertisements, go ahead and leave a like, drop a comment, share on social media, tell your friends about it, and as always, stay hydrated, stay adventurous, and we'll catch you on the flip side.